Listen, I interviewed Loca D from Chicago. She did 31 years for murder. You know, she was part of this like female gang, you know, that was out there putting work. FBG Butta, his sister KI, was like allegedly killed like a dozen people in Chicago. So you see girls that are crazier than the guys sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those times you talked about them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have you had girls grow up around you that were active like that?
Yeah, they're all over. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the worst thing you've seen a girl do?
Nothing too crazy. I've seen girls like go one-on-one with a guy type shit, you feel me? And hang with them though, you know? Yeah, that's probably the most, yeah.
Yeah. If one of your daughters ended up becoming gang related when they reach a certain type of age, 15, 16, what would you do?
I'm cutting that out. That's never gonna happen, yeah. I'll really press some shit, you know what I mean? whatever people it was influencing that, I'ma go walk up on them, and whoever I need to get at over there, I'll do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do everything in my power, not make it happen.
But at some point, you have no say.
Yeah,
Once they reach a certain age, once they go outside of your house.
Yeah, I guess that's where you gotta really instill it in them before they get to that age, so that way that's not even a thought in their mind, you know?
Right, like your own dad didn't want you following in his footsteps, and here we are. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's harder probably for sons. Like, sons are more out of control. I mean, I don't have any, but I noticed that though. You know what I mean? I noticed like my sisters were always a lot more easier to like, you know, they probably listen more, and then me is like harder to control me, yeah.
So what's next for you?
Just keep dropping videos, album, Vlad TV. That was like my next move. You know what I mean? Just did the Thizzler Cypher. Yeah, just keep going up, keep dropping. Yeah, I don't really got no specific plans. Oh, probably gonna do a couple features, a couple big features, cause I never really been the type to do collabs like that. I always did solo music for the most part, so kind of try to go do that. You know what I mean? Show them something different, but still at the same time keep my solo stuff going.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Out the Mud is one of those songs.
Yeah.
But it's at 180,000 views.
Yeah.
On Spotify, which is not that big.
Okay, I think on YouTube it's 600,000.
Yeah, it's probably bigger on YouTube. Yeah. But I feel like it should be way bigger. But sometimes it's just a random post by somebody, or a random TikTok, or a random something that suddenly everyone comes in and just suddenly buys in.
Yeah, another thing I noticed, it's always the songs I don't think are shit that end up doing the most, and the ones I think like, oh, this is the one, it ends up doing the least. It's weird how it works like that. It be like that.
I mean, it's not up to you.
Yeah, it's not. It's up to the people.
Yeah, I mean, you don't make hits. The people make the hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You make what you make, and you put it out there in the world. Yeah. But the best art doesn't necessarily get the most recognition, because sometimes, I remember Rick Rubin said this, how it's out of your control.
Yeah.
You know, if you drop on the same day as Taylor Swift, you know, all the attention's on her.
Yeah,
you know,
the timing.
Whoever dropped music during 9/11, no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember watching this documentary where like the Jackson 5 had a reunion the day before 9/11.
Yeah.
And it was a huge deal. Nobody gave a shit.
Nobody talked about it.
Because it was all about 9/11 the next day. No one cared about entertainment or happiness or whatever. The buildings are coming down.
I was just talking about that with the homies. We were talking about like going viral and stuff. And like I was telling them, like, a lot of it is just luck. It's those stars lining up, and you gotta get lucky. It has to happen on the right day at the right time, because if, like you said, something happens, some tragedy or something, it don't matter who dropped what song on that day. I mean, it's all about, for sure.
But I will say this, the people that drop the most usually get more lucky.
Yep, because they got more chances. Every time you drop, it's a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was always, like, with Vlad TV, we launched 16 years ago, and the idea back then was the same as it is today, is drop original content every single day. And today may not be the day that we hit, but tomorrow we have a whole new chance.
Yeah.
And we drop.
Hey, just because you're talking about the Vlad shit,
Yeah.
I want to shout out my little brother, Fury. That's my only, like, brother, like, same parents. Because he really wanted to be here today because he always watches your shit. But, remember how we had the day locked in a few days ago? So he requested the day off, but then it changed so he wasn't able to come today. But yeah, shout out my brother Fury. Yeah,
Sorry.
he gonna be watching
Fury.
it. Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
I just had to say his name.
Well, Lazy Boy, man, like I'm a fan. Like I said,
Thank you.
Out the Mud has been on repeat
Yeah.
the whole day.
That's
just
dope,
literally
man.
over and over and over
Yeah,
and over again.
when you told me that before we started the interview, that was dope to hear from you for sure.
Yeah. Well, and it's not always, because for me, it's like, I'm going to listen to the most popular shit, but I'm going to like what I like.
What you like. Yeah.
And that was the song that I liked the best. And I listened to pretty much the whole catalog.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're on the cusp of being, bigger than you are right now. You just got to keep putting in that work.
Yes, sir.
Keep dropping music, keep doing media, keep doing interviews, do more collabs.
Yeah.
Because, ultimately, the collabs are going to introduce you to other people's fan bases.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you some. Do you think it's good to do like every interview? Or do you think you should kind of choose the ones that you think will actually be good for you, I always wonder that.
Well, I feel like, and I get a lot of interview requests also that I turn down. Ultimately, is it worth your time? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you bigger than the platform or is the platform bigger than you? Now, if
Gotcha.
the platform is bigger than you, then you should absolutely do it.
Yeah.
If you're bigger than the platform, then you should pick and choose.
Yeah, because I got everyone in Northern California asking for an interview. After I did the No Jumper, I told everybody I'm only doing Vlad next. I'm going to wait for him to hit me. Everybody, all my boys know I said that. I said, I'm not doing none of these. Vlad first, and then I'll think about the other ones. Yeah. That's why I was asking. I wasn't sure if it's something I should do. Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends, Yeah. I feel like if it's not a big platform, you should look at it specifically and say, yeah, I'm fucking with what they're doing here. Because you never know. That small platform might be huge later on.
Like maybe the type of shit they talk about is cool. Like some shit I ain't
dope,
talking
is
about.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were to tell me 20 years ago the Vlad TV would be bigger than the Source and Double XL, I'd laugh at you. That's not possible. They're going to be here forever. Now look, Vlad TV is bigger than Source and Double XL.
Straight
So
up.
we put in the work. So you never know who that next person is. But, am I going to do an interview on a platform that has 1,000 followers?
Yeah.
No. Because it's not really worth my time to do it because I know not enough people will watch it for me to spend my time to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to charge someone a bunch of money because I know they're not even going to make that back.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
I remember one time you said, this is one of the reasons that made me say I got to do the Vlad one. You said, yeah, we have guys offer us a bunch of money.
Yeah.
We turn it down. You were like, you got to earn your spot. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons I was like, that's dope. Like, I'm going to earn, you know what I mean, my spot with the...
No, it's true. I've turned down $50,000 offers.
That's
to do
crazy.
interviews.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, if you could buy your way onto something, I don't feel it's as valuable.
It doesn't make it as special when you do it. Yeah,
you earn your way onto it.
Yeah.
And then once word starts getting around, then it's like, yeah, everyone's just paying for these interviews.
Yeah.
Then it's like it doesn't become important
For
people
sure.
to do those interviews. And, it almost like early on in Vlad TV, we did a couple of these paid interviews, and I felt like that shit just killed my spirit. Like, just doing it, you got no interest in talking to the person.
Didn't want to
There's
be
nothing
there.
to
Yeah.
talk. You don't want to be there. The person knows you don't want to be there, so they're feeling some type of way about it. And it's just like, I'd rather, just like you can't buy a Jay-Z verse, right? He's going to do it if he wants to do it. Like Kanye, you can't buy your way into that. You can't get a Drake feature.
Yeah.
Drake has to want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you've seen him like transform people's careers. Like Black
that's
Boy
why it's such a
JB.
big deal when they do it.
When he does it, it's a big deal because you know that it's not about the money.
Yeah.
He's actually really feeling the song.
Yeah.
And he's doing it for free.
Yeah, it's like a real connection.
Yeah. And he feels that this person is like that next rapper, that next singer, and he wants to be on that wave when it starts to hit.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. And for us, that's kind of has been our thing for a long time. Like, yo, if you get on here, it's because you deserve to be on here.
Yeah, that's dope. I
And
fuck with that. Yeah.
you may not know, like, some of my viewers may not know who Lazy Boy is, but after
Definitely.
they watch the interview, they'll realize why you're here. You see what I'm saying?
That's dope, yeah.
They're not just gonna watch it and go like, well, okay, this person obviously paid to get on. Now, this person has a catalog, they have a story, you know what I'm saying? They have something to say that, I feel that this is someone who's gonna be important in the future.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that's why I brought you on. And like I said, a lot of times, man, it's just one song away. It's that one song that you haven't dropped yet.
Yep.
That you may not even think that's the song.
Yeah.
This may just be a throwaway.
Mm-hmm. Be like that, yeah.
And that's the song that
that's the
some
one.
random TikToker suddenly does a dance to. And then, and the music industry these days, you have like songs like $1 Million Baby that like from artists that you haven't heard of that suddenly go to #1.
Yeah.
Just because, the people fuck with it, man. And I feel like you have the talent. Like when I went through the catalog, I'm like, nah, this dude, I mean, yeah, there's the drama aspect of his career. I respect that, but I feel like you have the talent and the music to back it up.
Yeah.
And the views haven't caught up to the talent yet. But that's okay. It takes a while. 5 years, 10 years sometimes, you know what I mean? You see people like 2 Chainz that don't get into their stride until their late 30s and stuff like that. They sometimes reinvent themselves, change their names, change their style, change their production, whatever else. But if they stick with it and they really have something like that spark, eventually everyone will catch on.
Yeah.
And I feel with you, that's what I'm seeing happening right now in somewhat of the early stages. But fast forward a couple of years, man, you stick to it. You really focus on the music. Try to, keep the bullshit out of your life as much as possible. Sometimes it's unavoidable.
To a minimum. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to the point where you could keep your focus, to keep producing, keep doing shows, keep traveling, meeting new people, networking. I think you're going to be one of the dudes that everyone knows pretty soon.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That's what it is, man. Until next time. Peace.
Thank you, Black. Appreciate you.